He knows his shit. But, you know, accidents do happen. Sometimes he could have had something on his mind or whatever. He could have been looking at something else. And just because I assume that he knows that I'm there, it doesn't mean that he does know. So that's why I always treat it as he's a brand new operator. He's never operated in his life, and I just think it's best that way. It's more safer for me. And I've been told plenty of times that, you know, you always operate with confidence. My personal opinion on that, I never operate with confidence. I always operate with caution. Only just because anything can happen at any point in time, and you always got to be prepared for it. And I've seen it happen at another sand fracking place, at another sand fracking plant. A buddy of mine, he had made a comment. He had made a comment that I had no business being inside of an equipment because hold on. Hey.
Hey, on that stuff you're talking about trying to push up?
Yeah.
No, just leave it there. I used a little bit on that uncycled that pile. It's real wet, so.
Oh shit.
That's why I'm throwing a couple of buckets of 40/70 into A to help it out. But
no.
I could probably use that big pile right here.
Yeah, I was going through it, and to be honest with you, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Because I believe it's all 100 mesh.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like it's runnable, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's almost the same as what I'm getting from that big pile over there.
It is?
It might be just a little bit wetter than that, but it's not that much different.
Okay. Do you want me to continue or just leave it alone?
Yeah, just leave it there.
Okay.
Or I'll start using it and stuff, then I'll hit what you piled in there up.
Well, do you want me to grab some of that 100 mesh and throw it on there and blend it in?
100 mesh? What 100 mesh?
That 100 mesh over there by the stacker? Or
I don't know if you can blend it in. That stuff is pretty wet.
Alright. Yeah, well then I'll just leave it alone then.
Yeah. See this pile where I'm at right here? On my left hand side?
Yeah.
I'm going to go about maybe 10 feet in and then stop there because it seems like that over there where the dozer ran over with.
Yeah.
There's water coming out and I got a bucket.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Alright. So then leave. Okay, so the one on your left hand side, just leave it alone?
Yeah.
Okay, and
I'll start using some of that, but I'm just going to go about 10 feet down. That's about it.
Okay. All right. And then the pile that I'm moving right now, you want me to leave it alone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll copy that. And then
I'll use that. I mean, can't hurt nothing.
All right. And then your back right hand light, right where the camera's at, is out, and then your your running light on the right hand side is out.
Over on the right side?
Yeah, on the counterweight on the bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the right hand side is out.
How about the brake?
Brakes are working.
Just running light. Okay.
Just the running light.
And the one on top.
And then the one right above it, where the camera light's at on the right hand.
Oh, on the hood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right then.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
All right, yeah, he said he's gonna run that. What y'all guys heard the conversation. So we'll leave that alone. And then here, normally what I do on my position, that gentleman there, he's the primary operator. So what the primary operator does is he feeds the hoppers, and he makes sure that the tempo, or we keep the tempo, we keep the sand consistent. You always want the sand consistent as much as possible, because it makes it easier on the dryer operator. for him to where when he's running the dry plant, he's not having to mess with the gas and keep watching it. So it just makes it so much more easier for the dryer operator. And then plus, it also saves a lot of money on the company where they're not having to use so much fuel or so much gas to keep the temperature down. So that's something that a lot of the loader operators, they don't really put that into consideration on when you're a loader operator. You for a dry plant, you want to make sure that you have a consistent sand. Got to make sure that I don't hit this pole right here, this box, when I was backing up. Kind of dusty right now. Yeah, to see that box right there. Yeah, I got a little close to it, but I knew that it was there, so I just make sure that I don't hit it. So yeah, you want to make sure that the sand is consistent. As far as the dry, you want to try to find the driest sand possible, and then keep it very consistent. And then by also having that consistency, it also allows the dryer operator to run it at a fast pace. And the faster that we can run it, like for an example, a couple days ago we were running at like 60 tons an hour. The sand was really wet. Well, you don't want to do that, because then you're not getting very much product out into the silos. So it's very important that we try to find the driest sand possible. And so we can get the most tonnage out. And here at this plant, we get a lot of trucks that come in, and we sell a lot of sand here. So it's very important that we can try to keep these silos as full as possible. And I'm by no means, they're not always full, because we sell it so fast. I mean, it sells like hotcakes. Right? It's really a hot commodity right now with this fracking that's going on. And currently I'm in Texas, so fracking is a big deal here in Texas, a huge deal. Now over here, I'm going to show you, I don't know the technical name for them. I call them bypasses. It just depends. What happened here is that when the sand gets way too wet, and which you heard him over the phone, he said it got a little wet, they have to reroute the sand, and all that right there is the wet sand. So what I'm going to do there is that I'm going to clean out those discharges, and I'm going to take that back to him, and he could either run it if he wants, or we could just leave it. But later on tonight, I'm going to take that back to him. But here, I got to do this for this guy. One of the drivers were asking me if I could fix that road, because it's pretty fucked up. I mean, messed up, excuse my language. It's pretty messed up. So I'm gonna we'll get some of this dirt right here. And all this is just, it's all waste. But I'm gonna use this to level the ground out. Drop that right there. Kind of level this out for him. I know it tears up these trucks. We got a company that they got some real beautiful show trucks. I don't want to say the company name. It's not my place to say that. But man, their trucks are beautiful. They take a lot of pride in their equipment, and rightfully so. I mean, they're making money, and I won't bash on that. So I'll go ahead and level this out for them, take care of them, make sure that they got what they need. Yeah, driving in some beat up roads. And all I'm doing right now is back dragging. Usually when you operate a loader or getting on a loader, that's usually the first thing you learn is back dragging when you want a flat surface. I tilt my bucket down just a little and I try to feather it. I don't push down too hard because one,